Zircon Ace Attorney. Obvious joke!
I mean, all the gems are inherently gay, so they'd be a perfect fit for that series.
Yes. It's also pretty good contrast because there are a lot of Ace Attorneys male gay. And this one's female gay.
Yeah, not enough Francisco von Karmas for every 5 male gay lawyers in Kravitz.
Yeah. As a side note, well, the goddamn half a dozen people who immediately put up parts of this episode with Ace Attorney music, why could none of them actually just edit the music so it didn't overshadow everything? I can do that correctly. Come on, guys.
I don't know. I truly do not.
And yeah, a bunch of people immediately did that, put that obvious parody online. Duh.
Yeah.
That was gonna happen.
I've seen a few people who've made, Ace Attorney sprites of the Zircons.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool.
Those are nice.
But yeah, anyway, this is the trial. Sadly without Udgy.
Nobody cross-examined a parrot.
No. A gem parrot.
It could probably exist. You don't know that it doesn't.
So in this episode, Steven is set for trial for shattering Pink Diamond. He is actually given a defense attorney, Zircon, and they are quickly sent to be judged by Yellow and Blue Diamond. Another Zircon is in fact the prosecutor, who makes the case for what is the obvious, that Rose Quartz shattered Pink Diamond. Defense obviously tries to argue against this, but is unable to do so, especially when Steven admits it happened. But when he can't seem to properly explain how it happened, with the weapon used, Blue Diamond causes everyone in the room to feel her tears, basically. And because of that, Yellow Diamond demands a recess. During this, the Zircon thinks about the information, and Steven's confusion and thinks of an idea. She explains to the Diamonds that there is no way that Rose could have shattered Pink Diamond without some inside help. She suggests that maybe it was one of the Diamonds, which causes her and the prosecutor to get poofed by Yellow. During this, Steven and Lars escape into the blue pelican that was there to escape out of the building onto Homeworld.
Holy shit.
Actually, forget anything else that happens after this. They showed Homeworld.
Yep, we've finally seen Homeworld. I'm getting so many wishes today.
Yeah.
We've seen Homeworld. I am fascinated how the concept of a trial system made it into Jim society, when it seems, yeah, actually, I think fascist is pretty much the right word for it, but, fascist from its inception, unless it's used to be a lot more democratic than it is now.
It may have been.
It's blatantly a kangaroo court.
Yes.
The whole thing is just being said was used to punish Steven. But I'm wondering at what stage in their society, you don't immediately go from nothing to completely corrupt fake court system.
True.
At some stage, especially the way Blue Zircon's handling the trial, says 4,000 years of loyal service. At some point in those 4,000 years, she must have participated in a trial that wasn't, completely rigged from the start.
Probably.
I may be overthinking this. I'm still looking for an explanation of why all the gems speak English.
I have the very interesting theory that the writers wanted to make a trial episode. The end!
And why the hell not? Yeah. Oh god, this was a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
I love both the Zircons. I love seeing this much of Blue and Yellow Diamond and their pearls.
Yeah.
And just, the whole of Homeworld is so extra. They've got this giant pitch black room with just the floor lights, for the trial. These giant thrones for Blue and Yellow Diamond. And could Yellow and Blue Diamond have appeared in a gayer possible pose?
Yes, but it would be censored.
Yeah, okay. Is there a gayer pose you could show on children's television that they could have appeared in? There is not.
No, probably not.
Especially because they apparently, like, walk through a doorway and then are, like, teleported in. So, they must have, like, walked through that doorway cuddling, and then, like, they appear with eyes closed, and then with dramatic, identical timing, glare at Steven.
I kinda wonder if they, like, intentionally timed that. Will really intimidate rose quartz this way.
Gonna terrify her. I mean, I also want to give, like, all of the acting awards to Lisa Hannigan for her work as Blue Diamond in this episode, 'cause shit, that bitch was scary.
Yes, like, probably, like, one of the, like, legit most terrifying lines. I want to know what she thinks we're gonna do to her, because I want to do something worse.
And the thing is, that one was in the trailer, so I'd heard it, but it's so low and fucking cold.
Yes.
And you fully believe that she will do the worst thing she could conceive of.
Yeah. So, before we go through all the good, interesting things about this episode, if I can be completely honest for a second...
Go for it.
I can't help but find this episode to be a bit disappointing. Like, think about this for a second. Steven is being held on trial on Homeworld, and at the end, they actually show Homeworld. Like, the fact that this is not, like, a top 10 episode for me, to me, like, automatically makes it disappointing. I just feel like there's so much more they could do with this. And he just did things just so quickly, like, just done, as quickly as they could in 11 minutes.
I mean, again, I feel like it's a problem with the time constraints of the show, but also just, I was so thrilled to see any of it, and it is their thing that they'll tease out a little bit at a time before they go full on.
But I think in this episode in particular, imagine if they, like, really, really went all out with the trial thing. There's so many other cool things they could have done just to add to this, and they could have paced certain things better. Like, imagine if there was, like, an audience. That would be awesome.
See, I strongly suspect that Yellow Diamond wouldn't want there to be an audience specifically in case what happened in this trial happened.
True. I'm not saying it would make complete sense. I was just saying it would be awesome to watch.
I have to say,
which is, let's be honest, is the reason there is a trial.
Is that the rest of the season is going to be spent predominantly on Homeworld.
I kind of agree. I don't think predominantly. I think parts of it will, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, like, less than half of the rest of the season is on Homeworld. Like, I'm almost expecting it. Like, they'll do other things, and I'm so Lars won't be, like, ignored or whatever, but if in, like, 2 episodes they do some goofy episode with, like, Mr. Smiley, I won't be shocked. I'll just say that.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I also feel like it would be odd for them to just dump Lars there and forget about him. I really don't think Steven in particular would do that. Yeah, okay, I really gotta talk about Yellow Diamond in this episode. Because I have rewatched this one several times, and especially after, the first time it gets to the legit Ace Attorney plot twist where it's like, it's because it doesn't make sense. And that's why I remember, oh shit, yeah, in the episode with Bismuth, they specifically stated that Rose's sword could not shatter gems, only poof them.
Yeah.
And that was why Bismuth had built her the breaking point, so she could shatter gems, which she refused to do.
Yeah.
Yet she wound up shattering Pink Diamond, and I'm very interested by the suggestion that she didn't... I mean, on the one hand, they've gotten some fantastic plot and character development over different characters struggling with the idea that, Rose Quartz, to end a war, committed a murder. On the other hand, I am interested in the political intrigue that they've set up, with Pink Diamond's murder perhaps having been arranged by one of the other diamonds. I don't know that I don't think Yellow Diamond did it.
No.
But I think she's in on what really happened. I think potentially with White Diamond.
Yeah.
Blue Diamond blatantly doesn't know what really happened, and she's desperate to know. There's the bit where the Blue Zircon's like, the question no one seems to be asking is, how? And Blue Diamond's like, I've been asking that question.
Yeah.
But rewatching the episode, it's actually really obvious watching Yellow Diamond that she wants this trial over as quickly as possible. She wants it over and Rose Quartz dead and the whole matter put to rest as fast as possible.
Yeah. I will say this makes a lot of past episodes interesting.
Yeah.
I think especially Bismuth, where like, that's actually one of the most, I think that's why Bismuth is such an instantly beloved episode, is because even without Bismuth actually being around, she, like, everything that happens in that episode still has, like, a lot of consequences.
Yeah, I do hope we see Bismuth again. She had a great design.
Yes.
She was a really interesting character, and I would love to see more of her. I'm interested in Yellow Diamond also wanting to shadow all the rest of the Rose Quartzes and convince Blue Diamond to move on from Pink's death. You know.
Yeah.
The Yellow Zircon being such a toady was persistently funny.
Yes. It was like, he was kind of like the Edgeworth. A bit.
Yeah. Just the bit where she's like, there you have it. Rose Quartz did it, and that's Rose Quartz. And Blue Zircon is like, oh, she's good. And I've seen somebody do that where, like, they've made Yellow Zircon Ace Attorney sprites in Edgeworth's poses, and Blue
Awesome.
Zircon Ace Attorney sprites in Phoenix's poses. And what I'm saying is I ship the Zircons now. Also, I love the Pearl's court records.
Yes.
Like, Yellow Pearl is clearly taking, like, the most exact notes, and Blue Pearl is, like, drawing art.
Yes, he's drawing it. Oh my god, maybe the best thing that I didn't even notice the first time is when Steven's story just starts getting stupid. And that's actually, this is the best. Like, I love how that moment just entirely turns into absurd comedy immediately when Steven tries to explain what happened. Just turns this awkward, well, I must have did this.
And we probably fought, and, like, she did some cool stuff, I did some cool stuff.
And then, like, there was just this 3 different characters doing 3 things that were just hilarious to me. The first was the Zircon defense attorney just banging her head, while the other one just looked amused. Then you had Yellow Diamond, who was just like, just had this look of like, what is this? And then the best was when Steven at some point says, dude, I probably did some jump kicks, and it actually shows Blue Pearl drawing Steven doing jump kicks.
Yep, that was great.
Yes.
That was really great.
That was amazing.
But then right after that, this is what I didn't actually fully notice the first time I saw it, and I rewatched when Blue Diamond loses her shirt and screams, it was a sword, and her power lashes out. It makes everybody except Yellow Diamond cry.
Yes.
I am interested in the nature of this power of Blue Diamond's. Like, I thought it was some aspect of Steven's power that was making him cry and, like, connect into Blue Diamond's dreams, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it's some aspect of Blue Diamond's power that's like some ultra empathy or something.
Yes.
Like, just that blue wash of sadness that makes everybody cry full on, and these aren't even like pretty little tears, these are full on Ghibli tears.
Yeah.
The kind where it looks like you're crying a water volume greater than your own head.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm also interested that Yellow Diamond is apparently immune to this power. Like, what are the diamonds? Where did they come from? What's their relationship? I mean, I'm assuming Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond are gay, but, you know, what is the relationship between these 4? How does their hierarchy? I have so many questions. I love the point where Blue Zircon refers to, Rose Quartz as a shallow stratagem. Cause there's so many layers of pun in that.
Yes.
She's a strategist. She's a gem. Gems are formed in the strata of the earth. Holy shit, there's so many layers.
There's so many layers?
Oh, God.
Layers?
Okay, that's enough of that. But, yeah, and then it just comes back around to Blue Zircon's very solid point that Rose Quartz's sword could not have shattered. I'm also wondering how Blue Diamond is so convinced that, Rose Quartz shattered Pink Diamond with a sword. Like, I assume that she'd seen it, but if she doesn't know about what the conspiracy is about, maybe she didn't?
I'm assuming it was in the report. Because Eyeball definitely said that at one point in a past episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of which...
Yellow Diamond, oh yeah, she's back.
That was, I love the reveal with the witness, and she just appears from the ground. Just...
Pure rage.
Hi! And Steven's kind of happy to see her.
Criminal. I know, see, it's so... Steven is so pure, he's just like, I'm just happy you're okay.
Though I realized afterwards, I have no idea how she's back. She was in space, and now she's back. Hi.
I mean, the diamonds are running like a multi-galaxy space empire. I'm sure somebody ran into her at some point.
I mean, presumably, it was Navy, because he took the ship.
True. Maybe Navy went and found her. But yeah, Yellow Diamond also says that, her whole entourage were witness to Pink Diamond, Rose Quartz shattering Pink Diamond. There we go. But I'm also curious about Yellow Diamond losing her shit when Blue Zircon accused them of covering it up. Could just be she's enraged that Zircon would even suggest that. But a lot of the episode is set up to suggest that there is in fact a conspiracy here and Yellow Diamond's in on it and she's mad as shit that it's potentially going to be exposed by these gay lawyers.
Yes.
So, if it really wasn't Rose Quartz... Because also my thought is, diamonds are hard to shatter.
Yeah.
You may have heard of that little factoid about them being, the hardest mineral on Earth. Maybe it could only be a diamond that could shatter a diamond. And in that case, either a lot of eyewitnesses were ordered to lie by another diamond, or they were deceived somehow. And this is where I think about the fact that gems, when they, manifest a physical form, can sometimes control to a certain degree what form they manifest in, and they can shapeshift. And it's largely just a matter of getting a gem that was the same color as Rose Quartz that could shapeshift into a Rose Quartz looking figure. But we're not finding that out today.
No.
Because, Yellow Diamond just poofs the zircons out of nowhere. Bye. And Steven...
I love...
well...
She poofed the first one just by putting a finger down. Just squashing it like a goddamn ant.
Yep. And then she laser zaps, which also now interests me because I hadn't seen her do the laser zap thing before. But that's, I guess, what the power of the destabilizers is. It's Yellow Diamond's power.
Perhaps.
Somehow. Stephen likes get on the palanquin and escape.
Escape.
And we get our first look at Homeworld, including that giant thing in the background. It looks like the silhouette of White Diamond from the mural we saw ages ago. My first thought is it a building that looks like White Diamond? My second was, is it White Diamond? Is she just fucking giant?
That'd be cool.
This episode is also the part where my notes start becoming 92% the words holy shit.
I will say the cool thing about Homeworld is that it's basically how I expected it to look. Weird purple alien sky with a lot of futuristic buildings and things like that.
And I am curious about what day-to-day life is on Homeworld because gems don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep. They're created for a purpose. So it's all they do 24/7 the job they were created for.
Perhaps.
It means there won't be residential areas on Homeworld because no one needs anywhere to go to eat or sleep or relax. But just what is this whole war? They seem to consist of continually conquering other planets to use them as kindergartens. I'll talk about this more in the next episode, but draining these planets as kindergartens to make more soldiers and weapons to conquer the whole universe? Turn all of it into gems? Just why? For what purpose?
I will say one thing that, I guess worries me about this. I kinda hope that they don't chains that Rose Quartz was the one to shatter Pink Diamond. Because I kind of like how, like, bold that is. Like, it's like, I feel like a lot of the more intriguing parts of this, later parts of the series, has been Steven dealing with the fact that his mother was a murderer. Like,
yeah, she was I am most interested in Rose Quartz as a really complicated person who maybe did some bad shit in an attempt to end a war.
Yeah. I just hope they don't backtrack on that. Like, no, this person was always good, and so like,
Yeah, I mean, I am not 2,000% conflicted about, undoing that she did that, because I'm interested in the conspiracy theory, but I do think they need to retain her as a complicated person to deal with.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the fact is, she also, if she didn't do it, for 5,500 years, she let everyone think she did. Why?
Also, Lars was in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
He's just an example of a human.
He was here.
I love how they just keep making him shut up, basically. We just put the bubble over him so you can barely hear him. Hi, Lars.
Yeah. Who are those two giant ladies?
Yeah. I love how Lars is just confused. He's just here to be confused and loud. Oh yeah, also that line Yellow Diamond gave at the end. You're on our world now. And that great shot of them falling below the city.
Yeah. I also, they put so much work into detailing Yellow Diamond's face. What is with that?
Yeah.